Hi everyone, in today's class we'll see the concept of T flip-flop. Guys, here T means toggle guys. So toggle means toggle flip-flop I can call. So the reason why they are calling it as toggle flop means the next state means Q1 plus 1, right? So Q1 plus 1 can be either latch mode, or it can be uh, complement mode. That is the reason they are calling it as a toggle flow, meaning that your Q1 plus 1 is going to be toggled between the 0 and 1, right? So means if you are going to have certain thing like this, right? So complement means if you are going to have Qn and its complement mode is Qn bar, like that we can able to define. So we can call this as a T flip flop. So how can we implement this T flip flop means by simply using JK flip flop only we can able to implement this toggle flip flop. But the thing is, where here we are going to have only one input that is T. So can we implement with respect to basic JK flop? Yes, we can do. So basically JK flop we can able to do it with help of either NOR gates or we can go with NAND gates, guys. Am I right? Yes. So that is the reason I have taken here two circuits. One is synchronous JK flop using NOR gates and synchronous JK flop using NAND gates. Now let's see how to convert this synchronous JK flop using NOR gates into T flop. So basically what we can do now, we'll have a one input like T, where for both the cases, for both the J and K, they will be connected to one same input, meaning that whatever the value that we are passing here, the same value is going to be produced at the J and K points, right? How you got the JK flop? Where you passed a SR as input, but by changing certain kind of black color lines here, right? So here if I say that after adding the green color, I can call it as synchronous T flip flops. So I can simply call it as T flip flop using NOR gates, right? Basically for J and K, instead of giving the two different values, I pass it the same value, so that's why I'm calling it as T flip flop, right? So at this situation, it is going to provide only two possibilities, either the latch mode or its complement mode. Similarly, if you try to convert it to synchronous JK flop NAND gate into T flop, you can simply take one T variable. That same T variable you are going to connect it to the J. The same T variable you are going to connect it to K. So this is what I can call it as T flip flop. Guys, whether it is working fine or perfectly or not, you can just take out the input values of different values so that you can able to get the characteristic equation, right? So characteristic equation means for what kind of inputs your circuit is behaving how. So I can say that it is a characteristic table, right? So in the previous classes I have given like how the circuit is working for both J and K or for both S and R when the values of Q1 is either 0 or 1, right? Now what you can do now, you can try to debug that. So based on that debugging, I can directly write its characteristic table. So what might be the inputs here? T and Qn. Am I right? Whereas coming to in earlier cases, it is J and K. Now it is T only input. So I have taken T, Qn, and Q1 plus 1 is my next state. Meaning that if I am going to have the T value and Qn as a present state, what might be the next state? That is what I am trying to define here, right? If two variables are there, how many possible inputs? 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Guys, in T flip flop, basically when T value is 0, Qn is as usual as like in the next state also. So I can call it as latch mode, guys, or I can say that it is latch state. Similarly, when you are going to have 1, 1 as input at the T side, you are going to get toggling. We can call it as toggle state, or I can call it as complement state. So this is the respective characteristic table for the given T flip-flop. Given T flip, right? Yes. So from characteristic table, can we able to draw the circuit diagram? Yes, right. So basically, how can you draw the circuit diagram? By taking the min terms, right? So if you are going to find out the K-maps for this, right? Basically, no need to write the K-maps also. How many variables are there? Two variables are there. One is T, another one is Qn. So guys, you can write directly, right? How can you write the directly? So basically, Qn plus 1 equal to T bar Qn plus TQn plus TQn bar, right? So simply I can write as Q1 plus 1 equal to T XOR with the Qn. This is what I can call it as characteristic equation. Right? So basically the same thing you can able to get it through K-maps. So if I say that this is 0 1 0 1, so for 0 1 you are got as 1, for 1 0 you got as 1, and for the remaining things you make it as 0, right? How the subcube is possible? You have to take out the only ones. So for this you are going to get T bar Qn, for this you are going to get TQn bar. So this is the way you can get the characteristic equation. Right? Once you get the characteristic equation, can we able to draw the circuit diagram? Yes. So the circuit diagram will be, so this is the characteristic equation I can call, and let me draw its respect to circuit diagram. Right? In the circuit diagram, we are simply making use of XOR gate. So what I can do now, if I would like to produce T XOR with Qn, so I am going to use one simple XOR gate. It is going to obviously produce Qn plus 1 as the output. Right? But this may be input, right? So this is T, right? So this T will be of two things, because T contains J and K as inputs, and now this will be like this is the corresponding circuit diagram for the T flip-flop. Guys, basically, if you are able to observe the same T flip-flop using NOR or using NAND, they can be represented in a simplified manner, right? That simplified manner is like this. So what might be the outputs possible? One is Qn, another one is Qn bar, right? So the inputs are one is J, another one is K, but this J and K are connected to one variable that is called T. So this is the general schematic diagram of T flip-flop. So I can call it as T flip-flop schematic diagram. Okay, fine. Okay, so then can we able to construct function table for this? Yes. So function table means what? Representing your output in terms of its present state. Right? So what you can do now? You are going to have the variable input T, and you are going to have output state Q1 plus 1. Guys, here I am assuming that you already know the concept of JK flip-flop. That's why I am directly going like this. So you can just go through the JK flip-flops and you can come back here so that you can get clear idea. Right? So what might be the possibilities of T if I am going to have one variable 0 and 1, right? Yes. If I am going to have 0, how my Qn plus 1 is going to behaving? Qn plus 1 is behaving as it is like Qn. So I can write as Qn. Simply I can call it as latch state, guys. Latch state. Similarly, if I am going to have T value as 1, how your Qn plus 1 is behaving? Simply complementing 0 as 1, 1 as 0. So I can say that simply it is Qn bar. we can call it as complement state. Complement state, or we can call it as toggle state, guys. This is the function table. Similarly, can we draw its excitation table? Yes. So guys, excitation table means defining the input when you give the outputs. When you give the outputs, it means if I am going to have the outputs qn and qn plus 1, what might be its input, you can able to guess. This is what I can call it as excitation table, right? So basically, as you are going to have here two kind of outputs, like one is present state, another one next state. So meaning that 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 1 1. What might be happening? Think about this one. If 0 0 are the qn and qn plus 1, what might be the t value? T value is 0. If 0 1 is my qn and qn plus 1, what might be its t value? 1. If 1 0 are the qn and qn plus 1, what might be its value? 1. If qn and qn plus 1 are 1 0, so guys, this should be 1 1. If it is 1 1, what might be its respective value? 1 1, its respective value is 0. Means we can simply define that if my present state is 1, next state is 0, what might be its input? Its input will be 1. So this is the way you can able to draw the excitation table, right, guys? And also we have seen earlier in JK Flip also what mean by state diagram. State diagram means if I am going to give one input, it is going to which state? That is what the point, right? So we assume it as the present state as 0 and one more state as 1. One more state as 1, right? Guys, just tell, if I am present at the 0th state, if I got the input as 0, where I am moving? I am moving to the same state. If I am at the present state as 1, if I got the input 0, I am moving to one state. Similarly, if I am present at the 0th state, if I got the input 1, I am moving to one state. So if I am present at the 0th state, if I got the 0, I am moving to one state, right? Yes. If I am present at the one state, and if I got the 1 as input, I am moving to 0th state. So this is the respective state diagram for the T flip-flop, guys. Right? Means by simply looking into the state diagram also, we can be able to define its characteristic table. We can be able to define the excitation table. We can be able to define its function table. We can be able to draw its circuit diagram also. Right? That is the advantage of state diagram. Okay. So this is all about the T flip-flop, guys. I hope you understood clearly. Thank you.